Hi, my name is Dr. Carol. I am a mom, a psychotherapist, and a parenting coach. I'm also the founder of Being Parenting. I have worked with children and their parents for a long time now, and one thing I have discovered is that the best way to help children is by helping the parent. Being Parenting focuses on equipping the parent of children of 2 years to 18 years, and these parents are helped to parent from a place of confidence, wholesomeness, and purpose. Welcome. Today, I would like to talk about discipline. This is one of my most favorite topics, the big word D. Discipline is an area of so much turmoil for so many parents because we don't like to discipline. It's not a space that just comes naturally for us. And I get parents ask me questions like, I think I have used all my discipline options. I have spanked, I have pinched, I have sent them for timeouts, I have taken away privileges, but it just seems like I am not getting anywhere. Some other parents are worried. They say, I think at this rate, I am not very sure what will happen during the teenage years. And then we have those parents who say, I don't care anymore. I don't know what to do. Sometimes I feel like I have gone too extreme with my discipline and I don't know how to parent with kindness and firmness. Please help me. You know, these are really valid questions. They are very relevant to the 21st century parent. I'm going to help you explore 5 key questions that you need to consider when you think about disciplining your child. So the first question to ask is, in what frame of mind am I? You see, before you even think about what it is that you want to do with your child to get them to behave differently, you really need to explore where you are at. What is going on with you? Are you stressed? Is there something else that's going on? Maybe you're tired. So in that environment and in that atmosphere of feeling tired, frustrated, and stressed out, that is not the best time to discipline. Let me give you an example. For example, your child comes home, your 11-year-old daughter, and they come with a report from school. And the teacher has said, for the last 2 weeks, your daughter has not been doing their homework. But as far as you know, every evening you've been coming home and your daughter tells you they have done their homework. So what happens? When you are stressed out and frustrated about other things, the thing that will go on in your mind that will cause you to react to your child, there's a lot of things that will go on in your mind that will cause you to react to your child. Maybe you'll be thinking, what kind of liar am I raising? What will happen when they go to work? That means that when they grow older, they're going to lie as well. So all you're thinking is about what they are going to become in future. And in all that space of being stressed, you're likely to react rather than to respond to your child's behavior. Let me tell you something, and I know this is very counter to what it is that we know about discipline. Discipline does not have to be immediate for it to be effective. I know that you might be rising up in arms and thinking, this child is lying, this child, I have to teach them responsibility, but that is not the best time to do anything about it, especially if you want to teach them about honesty and responsibility. I know this goes against everything you have been told about discipline, because we have heard that discipline must be immediate for it to be effective, that if you want to teach a lesson, you must discipline immediately. But look, if you're angry and you're frustrated and other things are going on with you, and you're even interpreting your child's behavior in a very personal way, that is not the right time to discipline. So what do you do instead? Use that opportunity to still teach a lesson. And this is what you can do. You can let your child know, you know what? Right now, I'm feeling really angry about the fact that you lied and you said that you had done your homework and yet you had not. You know about our values. We value responsibility and we value honesty. And I'm going to address this later. I'm just not in the right frame of mind to do it right now. See what you have done there. You have not dealt with the actual act, but you have already taught your child that when someone is angry, they do not have to react immediately. But here is the thing, don't let that moment slip. Make sure you go breathe in and out, figure out how you can work through the negative feelings that you have, and then come back and have a discussion with your child. Give them the consequences that you have already planned that you'll give. So we are not just letting it go. We're going to address it, and we're still going to give the child the consequences that will be painful, that will cause them to learn the values of honesty and responsibility. I hope this has been helpful to you as a parent. Join me in the next session as we tackle more questions to ask when it comes to discipline.
Welcome back from the break. Tuko kwenye part 2 ya show, Mom Story of the Day. And first, before tuende kwa Mom Story, I hope you learned something from tips za kusaidia mtoto akianguka. Kwenye Mom Story of the Day niko na Tina. Tina is a mom of 3 and she hajakuwa na journey poa ya motherhood and even getting into motherhood. She amekuwa na struggles mob sana. So let's listen to her story.
My name is Christine Ugwe, well known as Tina. I'm a mother of 3. I'm married, and right now I'm a stay-home mom. I've not gone back to work yet. Motherhood has been a journey. It's been a good experience so far. Kulea watoto si rahisi, but especially when you have like 6 and below, yeah, it's been a journey, but the experience is good. Okay, before my first baby, I miscarried like twice. That was back in 2012. One in January, the other one was around September. And before the miscarriages, I didn't know why I was miscarrying. The first one was not really alarming to me because I was being told, 1 out of 10 experienced miscarriages. But when the second one happened, I was now alarmed. And I said, there must be something wrong. And the doctors kept on telling me, you have fibroids, but they are very small, like this size. And I was conceiving, then at 8 weeks, the pregnancy comes out. Conceive again, after the 8 weeks, the pregnancy comes out. So the gynaes that I was seeing at that time, nobody was able to get really exactly what was happening. Until there's a time I shared with my sister, who shared with one of my uncles, who now referred me to another doctor. Okay. So that doctor is the one who took me for a scan. And when the results came back, I could just see from his face. It was just like, you need surgery ASAP. You have fibroids, they are so big. They have occupied almost 3/4 of your uterus, and they are inside, not outside. So I had to go for the surgery. That was now in 2013. These ones were happening in 2012. Now in 2013, now I had to go for the surgery. And it's just, it's not a minor surgery because they have to like cut you and they removed the fibroids. So luckily, a month later I conceived now my firstborn. The pregnancy was okay. I had no complications, though the gyna was afraid that because of, you are not supposed to conceive immediately after a surgery. Yeah, but the pregnancy was smooth all the way, and until I gave birth to her in 2014. She's now 6 years. That was the baby was healthy, and then that was now in 2014.
Yes, 2014.
Now in 2015, around January again, I was on Femiplan. Then I stopped using Femiplan. Then I conceived again. A month after leaving the Femiplan, I conceived again. The around 7 weeks, I started feeling normal. When you've just conceived, you start feeling like nausea. But I started feeling normal again. Now I'm sharing with my husband, and I'm like, what is going on? Then he's like, maybe this time your hormones are just good. And deep down, I told him, no, I think there must be something wrong. And actually, something was wrong. I went for the clinic at the 7th week.
At 7 weeks?
Yeah, 7 weeks. Now, the doctor told me he can't feel the heartbeat of the baby. And like, can you go for a scan? Went for a scan, and then I'm told something called blighted ovum. It means the umbilical cord did not form. So the baby was actually not getting food. So that's a pregnancy that died. Or if it continued, the baby would have been abnormal, like with a lot of, yeah, organs issues. So that was in 2015, now around January.
2015, okay.
Yeah, now that's the third. But I'd already gotten the first baby. So it really hurt me that time because now I came to realize that I might be having infertility issues, even though I've been getting pregnant, yes, but there's something amiss. So that time the doctor explained and said there were, oh sorry, chromosomes imbalances or something like that. They didn't mix well. Then the same year in 2015, October, I got pregnant again. Now my second born. It was fine, though along the way I used to have a lot of issues like hip pain. I think just normal pregnancy issues. I gave birth to him and everything was fine. But now, after he was like 1.5 years old, I had stopped breastfeeding a long time ago when he was like 8 months.
Why?
He just stopped. I had traveled and I left him home, so when I came back, he refused. So then I started having some fluids on my nipples, like milk, like. And I'm wondering what is going on. I'm not breastfeeding.
2015 now?
No, that is now 2016. No, I think that is 2017 after he was born. Yes, after he was born. So when I went to the doctor, they said, oh, you might be having hormonal imbalances. I was put on tablets to try dry it 3 times. It never stopped. I went to see another gyna who told me I have something called high prolactin.
And what, at this time, when I feel like, are you just normal, Ama?
You are normal, but you are just producing like milk and you're not breastfeeding. Issues. So this time they tell me, oh, maybe you need an MRI of the head because you might be having, is it MRI or what? You might be having a growth.
That is,
because they are telling me the prolactin hormone is being produced from the brain. Meaning your brain is telling your body you need to produce milk and you're not breastfeeding. So of course it's abnormal. So when I went, I was told my prolactin is high. They did the MRI, everything was normal. So they even did some thyroid tests, just check the growth, if you have any growth anywhere, everything was fine. So in the middle of this, when I was just doing the treatments, I was on some hormonal drugs for like 3 months. Then I finished them. I was still having the same issue. Then
still milk is just coming out.
yes, still milk is just coming out.
The boobs hurt or something.
Yeah,
What are you doing?
you just feel, you know the way you'll feel
Yeah,
like yes.
So what are you doing to this milk? Do you like save it or you just let it go?
No, it's not coming out like okay, when you press is when you can see it, but you just feel like you're full.
Oh, your time,
Yeah, your time. So kwenda kwa daktari nikaambiwa now you have to do like 8 hormonal tests. I did them. For example, I did one like on Friday, then the results were to come on Tuesday. Yeah. I remember this time I'm also on family plan. I've now removed something called Jadel. I was taking microgyno 30.
This is the third one now.
This is after the second born. The third born is Joshua. Then this is on Friday. I've done the test. I'm supposed to pick the test on Tuesday. Guess what? I go on Tuesday. They tell me your progesterones are high. I'm like, what do you mean?
Progesterone, you're pregnant.
Yes. What do you mean? Then the doctor says go back to the lab and do the test for HCG for pregnant. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm on family plan. Actually, the results comes back. I'm pregnant again.
This is Marangapi you're conceiving?
The third one, no, for Joshua. So I go back, then I tell the doctor. The doctor tells me, you're pregnant. I'm telling him, no, I'm not pregnant because these are the drugs that I'm taking. And this is my 3rd month. And he tells me, you have to go for a scan to confirm. I go for the scan. It tells me you are 6 weeks pregnant. And I'm not believing. I'm wondering what is going on. It took me actually a while to accept that. Yeah. So eventually accepted, and yeah, here we are.
Oh, here we are with Joshua.
Yes, here we are.
So tell
Joshua.
me, importance, hii time yote husband wako amekuwa wapi? Ama mmekuwa tu?
Tumekuwa tu na yeye kwa hizi these visits. Yeah.
Wana encourage like, okay.
Oh, okay. When I was having the miscarriages, actually, he was very, very, very supportive. He kept on telling me, you know, children comes from God. Don't worry, you'll get kids as long as we sort the fibroid issue. You'll be fine. He was not worried at all about the miscarriages. Yeah.
And will you share enough someone close, like family, or even, so of course people talk like, okay, you're married, you're not even getting kids. And before even your firstborn, for how long were you married before you got your firstborn? Before you even before
my wedding, we had stayed together for 2 years. And within the 2 years is when I miscarried.
Okay.
So actually, when I was going when I was having my wedding, I was pregnant with my firstborn. I didn't know.
Okay.
So people didn't have a chance to really
to talk.
And when I was having the miscarriages, not many people knew actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you balance between being a mother and also attending to your husband? How do you share love to both of them?
We are jack of all trades. We just learn to cope and also to ask for help. For example, for me right now, I'm one person who doesn't really delegate, but I've learned to do that because you get so overwhelmed, you get so tired, your energy levels go down, and especially after delivery, you know, your body doesn't go back to normal, you still have issues. Because I even had issues after him.
Oh, after delivery?
This, you know, all of these were all surgeries. So for him was the 4th surgery. And even after him, I also still went back
for another surgery?
No, it was a procedure that they really don't cut you, but yeah, I had some blood clot that was left in my uterus. Yeah, but but you know, you're a mother, my children are still very young, they need you, your husband still needs you, so you ask for help where you can. I have a nanny, I have 2 nannies, so at least I get help.
All the support, like the help you need.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges you've gone through as a mother?
First, just the way you ask, balancing
Balancing
being a mother, you know, just giving your children all of them the same attention, loving them the same.
We're even going to there.
Yes.
That's another whole question.
Yeah. Yeah, you just have to, for me, I think these things I've just learned how to like cope and prepare early. I really prepare my things very early. People think I have OCD, but it's not OCD. It's about planning. I plan my things, quite early.
And now, how are you able to share love between the 3, like making sure huyu asifeel uko na Joshua sana na yuko?
I think it's so amazing being a mother because you feel like your mom loves one person more than you.
Trust you me, we used to fight for that love. Me and my sister tumeachania 1 year 5 months.
Yeah. Oh.
1 year 5 months.
Okay.
So you can imagine. When I see my mom buy anything for my sister, I want. Now so most of the time she used to buy same things. So color tu ni different. Na hapo kwa color we still fight. You want this and it's the same thing.
That's how she was exercising her love. But for me, like I have, Joshua is still small. He doesn't know the difference.
But at least him, he needs all the attention.
He needs all the attention. But you see, like now they're in school. I'm with Joshua.
Yeah.
So when they come back from school, I can give the nanny Joshua or anybody else I live with in the school, so I can do homework with them. You know, check out the school was. Yeah.
Enjoy anything about being a mom?
I think the fulfillment, and then you just look at them. You see the way Joshua is just a smiling machine. You come back, you're so tired. When he smiles at you, you just feel at peace. I think the fulfillment that comes with it, it's amazing.
And let me ask, I think you're the second person I've had like a whole story about fibroids. How do you feel when you have them? Like what do you feel? Am I just normal? Like before you even notice that you have them, your body's.
For me, I didn't feel anything. But I started like having irregular menses.
Okay.
Instead of 28 days, they start now going to 30, 31. Now when you start seeing that, you should see a doctor. But some people, they have pain.
Okay.
Yeah, but usually when you have fibroids, you get very heavy menses. Yeah, that's one sign.
Okay.
Yeah, but most times you don't even know until you go to do
Until
a
you
scan.
go get checked.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or when you miscarry, when they're investigating why, it's when they can see. Yeah.
Probably you can just encourage a mom out there, someone who's going through miscarriages,
Yeah.
and even someone who has fibroids. Most of the time kina moms ukiambia uko na fibroids, mtu anaonanga ni end of fertility, unajua? And kuna, especially being someone umeolewa, you're married. After marriage, of course, people expect babies, and people don't even understand that at times you get bad things happen to you, like fibroids. You get things that you don't even wish for your enemy, but it happens to you. You can just share word with them.
What I would like to tell somebody who is suffering outside there, that it's never the end of the world. And please get checked, because you might not know what your issue is. And never be afraid to ask for help, because there's always a lot of help outside here. And you can, who said that we all have to be, a mother? You can be a mother to many people, to many kids who are looking for, who needs mothers. And again, don't settle for one result. Always seek for more, what do we say, more option, more opinions, because sometimes you find that you are told this by a doctor, but it's not the case.
Yeah.
There's something that what you might be suffering from is not what I'm suffering from. So always seek for help, and I'd like to encourage all mothers outside there that it's never the end of the world. I went through this, and I've had my babies, and you can also do it. Yes.
And kuna one thing I forgot to ask, ile tu just to make sure, of course, after miscarriages zote, how do you maintain your sanity?
The sanity.
Yeah, the sanity. It's not.
For me, I've always had a very strong personality.
Okay.
Yes. When I was going through this, not even many people knew I had gone through this. But my husband was my first support system. Actually, he kept encouraging me and just letting me know that kids are not, we are not in this because of children. It can go either way. Yeah. And also had family, friends. Yes. So I was able to go through it. And also just sharing,
Yeah.
Keep sharing. Don't keep it to yourself, because once you keep it to yourself, you die alone, and there's help outside here. It's not the end of the world. Fibroid is just a small tumor, yeah, that can be removed, and then you just conceive, yeah. Unless you have other underlying issues, which also you need to be open enough. When you see a doctor, you are able to tell them, I've been trying for maybe, if you have tried for a year, that shows there's a sign of infertility, yeah.
And
Just be honest and say, don't just go and say, I've been trying and I'm not getting. Just say, I've been trying for a whole year, I've been asking for a whole year, but I'm not
able to get.
Yes.
A baby.
Yeah.
And there's one thing, umeshare story yako, and I figured you are using, what is it called, family control measures.
Yes.
And you still get pregnant.
And I still got pregnant. I used to hear this from people. I never used to imagine it will happen to me. I also used to wonder how can you be using, that person was not using. Yeah. But it happens, especially when your hormones are not well balanced. When you have a lot of hormonal imbalance, because most of the time they use even the contraceptive to help you balance your hormones.
True.
But you see, if your hormones are everywhere, they are not working. Yeah.
And how would you know your hormones ziko all over?
Sweating, a lot of sweating, unexplained weight gain. You're just gaining weight. Maybe you are not even a junk person or eating badly, but you're just gaining weight. Yeah.
Interesting. Thank you so much for your time, Mama Josh. I'm sure this has helped one
one or two people, like, I mean, you're a strong woman. I can't even imagine. That's why I had to ask, how do you maintain your sanity at the end of the day? But I'm so glad God came through for you.
Yeah.
And what I normally say, when it comes to babies, God's timing is the best.
God's timing is the best.
Yes. Even if you try 10 years and God said you'll get a baby in the 15th year,
you
don't
get
siku ita
happen. Yeah. So don't pressure yourself and kill yourself over having children. Yeah. And this thing of my biological is clocking. Who says?
Yeah, I know. And it's unfortunate. Okay, there are even some people who get babies, then they fall out of love, and you end up even breaking up and now focusing na kujia kwa mtoto. You get?
Kabisa, yeah.
But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for inviting me.
And wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Mom's Story of the Day. This is a very heavy story. I don't have anything else to say. She said, amesema ye mwenyewe. Yeye ndiye amepitia, amekupa experience yake na amekwambia what to do as a mom just in case it happens to you ama you're going through the same thing, like whatever I may go through. On our social media platforms, KTN Malezi Bora. On my personal handle, Chepchumba Cherus, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Interact with me, tell me if you have another. Kama uko na story yako unataka kushare na sisi, just tell me. And guys, see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye.
Bye.